So what camera should you get if you decide that you want to go for a real one? Well, this is a very personal choice. Respect that. Show yourself that respect. Don't get the camera that kind of everybody else has. Because as everybody else has it, it has to be good. No, that's the wrong approach. Go for the camera that you can afford. This is number one. What's your budget? When I bought my first Nikon, I had a budget of $400. It turned out to be $460. That didn't matter that much. But here's what I did before I bought my D5300. As I said, budget is number one. Number two, check eBay and Amazon. Figure out, okay, I'm willing to spend X amount of money on a camera. What kind of camera can I get for my money? And then when you know what kind of cameras or models, brands and models you can get for the money that you want to spend, well, start looking into them. Are they good enough for you? Check eBay and Amazon, as I said, to figure out what kind of camera you can get for the money that you want to spend. Next one is make a list of features that you want in your camera. And here is an amusing example, right? I wanted these ones. These little tiny symbols here, you see those, right? Let me see. It says here, first one is a flower, meaning kind of macro photography or whatever it is. Then it's a guy running, meaning sports. Then it's a kid, meaning shooting children. They move a lot. That's why we have that. Next one is landscape. And the last one is portrait, right? So I like those presets when I got them. Damn handy, you know? You just, okay, I got my motive, I don't know the settings, I just select the preset that I want to use, and I shoot from that preset. Then it has a scene here, don't really know what that is. Effects, I've used that a couple of times just for the fun of it. And then you have manual aperture, shutter priority, and program. But I like that when I saw it. Okay, that was a good one, I thought. Cool, I can have that in my camera, right? I don't have any prestige about not shooting manual all the time, right? Okay, and there were a couple of other things with this D5300 that I appreciated. I got this battery grip, which means that I can hold the camera like this, shooting in that direction like that, right? As well as I can hold it with the camera itself like this, okay? This battery grip is a third-party battery grip, so it's not from Nikon, and it costs me around, I don't know, $20, $30, something like that. Takes 2 batteries in here, and which means that I have twice the battery capacity with the battery grip on. Not going to go into any more details than that. So, features for your camera. What features do you want in your camera? What accessories can you get, like the battery grip, right? Tripods are universal, so I would say that more or less 99% of all tripods are going to fit your camera. Flashes, there are third-party ones that you can buy, as well as OEM manufacturer ones as well. And that is a completely different subject. This camera has an internal flash. This one does not. If you want to have an internal flash, put that one up too, right? As one of your features. How many megapixels do you want? Do you really need 100 megapixels? Can you buy a camera with 100 megapixels, or can you use less? Are megapixels a requirement? let me tell you that if you have a large LCD or flat, sorry, not LCD, but any kind of flat screen TV, it is probably around 8 megapixels. This means that if you buy a camera with more than 8 megapixels, you're going to be happy with it. Should you get a used or a new one? Well, that's your choice. And so on. Make that list. What kind of features would you like to have in your camera? What kind of features are there to choose from? That's another one. If you don't know, figure that one out. Read and watch reviews. Read reviews, watch reviews on YouTube. Other people have already formed an opinion on any camera that you might be interested in. Trust them, and don't just look for one, look for several, so you get an informed opinion. Compare features and performance of the cameras that you are interested in on cameradecision.com. That's a good source of information. Check out pictures on Flickr. Search by camera, brand and model on Flickr, and you will find pictures taken with the camera that you are interested in. Look for educational books on that camera of yours. I have Steve Perry as a favorite. He is a Nikon photographer, a nature photographer, and he makes really good books. That's my opinion, really good books on Nikon cameras and on a variety of models, from cheaper to very expensive Nikon cameras. I like his books a lot. I've learned a lot from him. Go to a camera store. Or if you know someone that has a camera that you're interested in, ask them if you can hold it, if you can try to maneuver through the menu system of the camera, and find out if that menu system in the camera, which is the camera interface, do you like it? Do you understand it? Me, for example, I can't stand the menu system of a Canon camera. It just gives me the creeps. I don't know why. And I can't stand the design of a Canon camera either. I just don't like it, right? They are really good cameras, but they're not for me. I prefer the design and the menu system, the interface of a Nikon. But that's me, that's not you. Learn and figure out how much will future lenses cost you. Because future lenses, better lenses than the one that, if you buy a camera with a kit lens, that's a kit lens, okay? If you want to have better lenses, buying better lenses will improve the sharpness in your pictures and improve your pictures more than buying another camera body. Lenses are more important than the camera body. Figure out, how, as I said, how much are external flashes, a tripod, a battery grip, how much is the memory card, and other accessories, right? How much will they cost to buy in the future? Because when you buy your camera, you're buying yourself into that environment of the camera. You will be reluctant to change that later on. Check what other camera brands have to offer you. Remember, you got Canon, Nikon, Panasonic, Sony, Fujifilm, Olympus, Pentax, Leica, and Hasselblad. Those are the major ones. And if you can afford buying a Hasselblad, congratulations. You get a car for the money that you pay for a Hasselblad, just so you know. Learn the difference between DSLR and mirrorless. What does DSLR stand for? It stands for digital single lens reflex. What does that mean? What does mirrorless mean? Learn so you know what kind of camera you're going to get. DSLRs have benefits. Mirrorless has benefits. Cropped sensor cameras has benefits, mainly when it comes to price. They are a lot cheaper than full frame cameras. Mirrorless are even more expensive than full frame cameras in most cases, not in every case. Ask people what camera they have, not for you to know if it is a good camera or not, but ask them what made them decide to buy the camera that they did. That's the question to ask. Maybe they can come up with good inputs regarding your choice of your camera. That's why you ask that question. Meaning, do not go for the camera that everybody has, because you're not everybody. No one actually is. This said, the better you do this research in order to figure out what camera is your favorite and what camera system you want to invest your money in, the more you're going to like the camera that you finally get. And the more you like the camera that you get, the better the pictures are going to be. I am utterly convinced that that is true. The more you like your camera, the better you're going to work with it, and the better you work with it, the more appealing the result of your work. The camera is just an instrument, it's just a tool. Get the one that you prefer. Meaning, buy the camera that best suits your personality, your list of features that you want to have in it, that fits your budget and your future. Because you're going to keep it, if you are seriously interested in this, you're going to use your first DSLR for probably somewhere between 5 and 10 years before you even consider to buy another one. That was it for today. Best of luck in your search. Have a nice one. Bye-bye.